Alright, you guys haven't really been getting much of these videos lately, so I want to give you guys some. Since Cream lately has not been seen on this channel a lot lately. I just posted one last night, but I wanted to give another one off because I really am missing the series, but like the problem is that the character's just like not been the best when it comes to this. I want to try to explain the reason why the character's been falling off for me. I mean, I could already understand if you guys are like saying, "Oh, you're just bad with the character," or "You're just not very good at the game in general," that kind of stuff. I wouldn't blame y'all. I'm not really at the like a good player. I would just prefer to be like mid, I guess, considered that. But I wanna at least talk about the reason why she's been falling off for me. Okay, I want to start with one of the few reasons. The reason that pretty much started the whole oh, this character's not really gonna be the best for me anymore because of the heal. So originally I was very good with the permanent heal. Not only because, but the problem is that the permanent heal wasn't really the best because of how small the number on the overheal is, and I'm just not really. I'm just not enjoying the overheal, mostly because of how vulnerable you're left and you can't cancel it. And you'd have to rely on your teammates, even though what you're trying to do is trying to keep them alive. And that's the one thing I'm not really fond of. I want them to protect the teammates rather than having to protect you, unless the killer chooses not to focus on you, which is another one of those things. The overheal is don't get me wrong, it's good after I got used to it before the Christmas update. It was really good. It worked really well against Colossus grabs, and one of the other things that it did was that it really healed a lot of health, and with that you also had a shorter cooldown on it, since the regular heal had a whopping 40 seconds of cooldown just so you can use it again. And the problem is with the old heal was that you wouldn't be able to last long if it was a Colossus, because Colossus is like the highest damaging killer in the game with a whopping 75 damage, and the heal only like recovered 25 of the of the health bar. And with that, it made it more it just made it easier to down the survivor that was healed, or it just made it more easier to kill, because you always come back after being revived with 35. Yeah, 35. And so yeah, the thing about that, yeah, that's 35 just feels like it wasn't enough for being good as stats. So that's why I'm pretty sure that's why they changed it. They gave the overheal a little rework. And I mean, I like it's these days it's really grown on me. The reworked heal is by far probably the better heal of the two. While it's not permanent, it does help in many situations. And it's what I really just feel like these days now the overheal is just been putting me at so much risk if I'm not being protected, which is fine. I mean, I don't want the teammates to protect me. That's fine. But like if they choose to, that's the slightest problem I have with it. That they wants to protect me, but the reason is because they sometimes use themselves as meat shields so that you can continue overhealing them. But when they continuously do that, they realize that they pretty much just blew through their whole overheal, and that's just not a good thing, at least in my opinion. One of the other things I want to talk about is the biggest threats in the game from my cream. Tails Doll. Tails Doll is quite literally the best killer in the game. No questions asked, no debates. He's literally the best. With the cooldowns he has on all of his abilities, it makes it very. He seems like he makes it like a simple tool set for like a beginner character. A beginner character that's pretty much the best in the game. Now, let's talk about one thing. The speed boost. The speed boost is meant to is meant to be used as a form of escape to outspeed the killer. But the problem is that there's such thing as fly. Fly is an ability by Tails Doll, obviously. It's meant to be used as a form of either as a form of recovering or traveling very fast, considering the amount of speed he has. Now, see, I said speed, meaning he's incredibly fast, faster than even Sonic.exe himself. And that's not something I'm really fond of. And I'm like, whatever, I'll just continue the video. And since Cream Speed Boost is pretty much like outruns Sonic.exe, but Tails Doll pretty much outspeeds Sonic.exe, that's the problem. He outspeeds Sonic.exe by a lot, and that's the main issue. You can't outrun the killer. The killer will always be able to get to you really easily. And it just seems like, look, I understand. Look, the killer, the Tails Doll has a counter for pretty much everyone in the game. Because Fly being good for reaching survivors much quicker, and for the sake of I'm just lagging way too much, I might lag out. If I do, I'll just continue the video because I just need to get this off my chest, because it's kind of like I need to explain to you guys why the character's just been nonstop just not working out for me anymore. These days, like when I'm playing with friends, I barely play Cream anymore. The only characters these days that I'm playing are my other two mates, Metal Sonic and Silver, and Amy has been starting to grow on me because I've been playing a lot of Forsaken, and I mostly treat her hammer attack as a Shedletsky slash. But enough about Forsaken, I'm not talking about that right now. God. I don't know, man. I don't have a script or anything. I'm just trying to make this up while playing and recording at the same time. The thing is, she was already good, like in pre 1.2, but like later down the line, when they gave her the overheal, she was. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't the best with her because the overheal was kind of difficult to get through. It took time for me to get around it, but like, what I'm saying is that she was still a great character since her overheal can pretty much help in certain situations. Like I said earlier, the Colossus grab, and it was really good from afar if the killer doesn't decide to try and go after you in the end. And listen, I don't know I can't ask for the old heal back because at this point it almost seems like it's not gonna happen anytime soon, not even at all. But the least they can do is at least do a little something with the overheal to at least make it easier for us cream mains to survive. Because for cream mains, their objective isn't only just to escape, but it's to escape in order to continue supporting the team, and that's what she is, a support character. And for her to be putting herself at risk just for the sake of saving people, that sounds more like something of a sacrifice character. And she's not sacrifice, she's support. I would really hope for at least canceling the heal because it feels like it's very necessary for the sake of being able to survive yourself so you can like continue supporting the team. Because that's what because like I said, and I'm probably repeating this way too much, she's a support character. She's meant to help people. And well, helping she does, but it's not going to be the best. And okay, what else? I'm gonna say this only probably because like I said, there's a chance I might end up discontinuing the series because Tails dolls have been becoming way too frequent because it's pretty much because like it's how do you say it? Look, he's just one of the best killers, and either sometimes people just want to, like I said, with it's pretty much a similar situation with Cool Kid. He's pretty much like just a free win, or people just actually want to main him because of his tool set being like pretty because of the cooldowns or anything. But a part of me feels like it's mostly because people just want like free wins, because not everyone is like. Look, I'm just sad that Cream is just not because she was pretty. I still want to believe that she is the best support character in the game. I really do. But Tails doll has just made it seem like that's not true. Not anymore. Tails doll just. Oh, and we gotta talk about the slash. The slash, dude. I'm sorry if that was just like a very sudden change of subject, but we gotta talk about the slash. Okay, so overheal is meant to be is supposed to heal your the teammate or fellow survivor that you are trying to heal. It's not permanent, it's temporary, but it heals a lot. Now, Tails doll uses slash, and the overheal itself already gradually loses the HP quickly. So, what do you pretty much call that? You literally just swept through the entire thing. Listen, Sonic.exe can't really do that entirely because he'd have to wait until their iframes finish, and that's only takes like around like 2 seconds, 3 maybe. But when it comes to slash, slash just goes through it quickly, making the process even more quicker. Now the trap is another one of those similar situations, since it also makes you lose your health very quickly. It's more of it's just set down depending on where Tails doll is, like by like a 2-inch, I want to say, no, like a foot long radius, and that's not me. No, it's not. Okay, but enough of that. You get the gist, pretty much. Pretty much Tails doll is a counter pick against Cream's overheal options to try and help the survivor. It's not really easy these days now. I had so much fun. I had so much fun playing the character because of how there wasn't always a counterplay, but like these days there's always a counterplay for the for every survivor. I have to wait because nah, keep going near, keep going near, keep going near, keep going near. Keep going near. Go on, keep going near. Yeah, keep going near her. Camping. He's camping. Okay, well, I pretty much finished that. He's camping. It wastes time. Use your speed ability. Okay, I'm not gonna go into an argument trying to Okay, you know what? Going in. Piece of shit. I might have to give this person a bit of an explanation about it because I really still enjoy how the game works generally because of how it is. Okay, no. I don't give two shits. Just heal you. I don't care. No, leave, 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 leave. Blaze, go. Blaze, go. Blaze, go. Go, go. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Wait, hold up. No, don't do that. Oh, jeez. Okay, listen, you get the gist. Cream has has just slightly fallen off for me because of how difficult it's going to be these days. Okay, yeah, but you get the idea. Cream, because of Tails Doll, has just slightly fallen off for me because Tails Doll is pretty much just making it more difficult for me to try to help my team and even makes it difficult for me to like... Okay, that's it.